Joe Gallagher, wearing red with white. He weighed in officially at 153.8 pounds. His professional record, an excellent one. 26 victories, including 14 wins by knockout. He only has one defeat with one draw. He's the 11-stone fighting pride of Liverpool, Merseyside, United Kingdom. The challenger, WBO interim super welterweight world champion, Liam Beefy Smith. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner with his trainer, Roberto Alcazar, wearing red and officially weighing in at 153.8 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 29 fights, 29 victories, including 25 knockouts. Damas y caballeros de Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBO Super Welterweight Champion of the World, El Invicto, Jaime Munguia.
Centering. Okay, gentlemen, bout line here is where I'm calling. Bout line here is where we're calling. We went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. God bless you both. Touch up.
Liam Smith is here tonight because he's the mandatory challenger. But he's more than that. Robert Alcazar, Munguia's trainer, has said that it's important to build a fighter who may be on top for a long time against all different kinds of styles. And Smith is a new kind of style. But also he's a measuring stick, because as you mentioned, Jim, he fought 9 tough rounds with Canelo Alvarez. How many can he go if he doesn't win the fight against Munguia?
And Munguia openly stated he didn't stay away from that issue. He said, I understand what people are looking for. The question is, can I get him out of there faster than Canelo did? That's what I'm here to try to do.
Well, you got to give Beefy and his corner, Joe Gallagher, a little bit of credit because they were smart. They knew that Munguia was big, so they also beefed up 19 pounds since the weigh-in so that they could be able to not be substantially outweighed during this fight like we saw with other fighters.
And while I pointed out in the last fight that Rafael Mensah had skinny legs, Liam Smith is the opposite. A lot of his weight are in his legs, or is in his legs, and that may be useful for him in trying to withstand the bombardment that might come from Munguia.
Smith feels that he does everything better than Munguia except hit hard. Punching power is the check for Munguia. He thinks he has the check everywhere else.
He's very capable of beating Munguia to the punch, as he's already done a couple of times.
So far, Smith is having a good round. Alcazar feels when he sees a fighter with earmuffs, meaning the defense that Smith is showing now, that he doesn't have talent, that there's a talent gap. But so far, the talent gap has not been obvious.
The thing you also see is that Smith has demanded much more respect already than did the smaller Ali. So he knows that he's in with a bigger fighter tonight, does Munguia. He's not fighting like he's fighting a little man tonight.
Well, there's a big difference because Smith sees Munguia coming. I'm not sure Ali had any clue, really, what it was he was about to be facing when he went into the ring against Jaime Munguia.
Very true. And Smith is throwing some really good shots.
Body shot by Munguia.
Munguia looks easy to hit right now. But Smith also had success against Canelo early.
Good right hand by Munguia. Smith kind of grins at him.
Good shots by Smith.
Yep. 45 seconds to go in the round right now. If you had to pick a winner, you might be picking Smith.
Smith's
a little short with the long right hand. Wants to land something big here. It's clear that he's trying for that. Good body shot and a good choice to go to the body there.
And clear that Beefy is not afraid of him, so Beefy is fighting very smart.
Beefy wasn't afraid of Canelo. And this time Munguia beat Smith to the punch. He's starting to get into it a little bit.
Boy, Smith is exposing Munguia's defense.
Educational first round. Much of the education being dealt out by Liam Smith.
Yeah, okay. Lovely work. Thank you. Yeah, boxing, lovely. His feet are all over the place. His feet are all over the place. He's naive. When he's throwing a shot, he's finding himself parallel on the line, on the ropes. He isn't knowing his way around the ring still. He's still a baby, all right? When you've hit him once or twice, he's got to come, stamp down on his feet and come with his 2 or 3 big shots. Step back, make him miss, and be sharp with that right hand over the top. Boxing lovely. Don't neglect your jabs. Don't make it a short arm fight already, yeah? Okay?
When you throw the hook, then you don't counter it. You lose a combination. You don't combine it with something else, all right?
Smith may have won the first round, despite landing just 2 of 11 jabs. He's been landing 8 of 33 on an average for the last 3 fights. Overall, Munguia landed 13, Smith landed 14. They both threw right around 50. Here we go.
Munguia did a little work at the end of that round, but Smith's right hand, straight right hand, was effective throughout.
Check out how Smith stands on the side of his ankle sometime, Max. It's the craziest thing I ever seen. He'll do it even during the fight, like he's stretching his ankles or something during the fight, during the round. Between rounds, I understand, but during the round, wow.
Yeah, it's like you would think that would slow him up.
Or something. Good shot by Munguia.
Munguia landed the right hand. Smith dropped his guard just a tiny bit.
Good body shot by Smith.
The main thing Smith has done is shown that Munguia can be hit cleanly
with a straight right hand.
Yeah, easily and early.
Yeah, there's Munguia with a combination.
That hurts Smith. That body shot.
Yep.
Oh.
Hard right hand by Liam Smith.
Well, I think Munguia, while he is easy to hit, he does look off punches pretty well. I think mostly that right hand was looked off.
Yep.
By looking off, it means you turn your head with the punch to negate the effect.
Munguia, though he's only 21, has been a professional since age 16. He more or less truncated his amateur career when he had a bad timing equation going on the Mexican Olympic team, decided to go ahead and turn pro at 16, and that's the kind of education Canelo Alvarez got. That's the kind of education Marco Antonio Barrera got.
Oh, good shots. Liam Smith has landed some really big shots here, Jim. Over the top, underneath. Very good punches.
Right. Clear Munguia's strategy is get this guy to start punching.
That's to
catch him in exchange.
Let go. Stop.
But meantime, Smith's winning the fight.
Oh, good shot by Smith.
Another hard right hand by Liam Smith. Trying to embarrass Munguia, who's gotten so much run coming in. Over the top by Liam Smith. Now Munguia drives him back with a right hand. And lands a little left hook. Slowly, gradually, Munguia starting to maybe see that right hand coming. Just a little bit better.
Beefy landed
hit again.
Yes, Beefy landed some really clean shots. Much cleaner than we expect.
Uppercut by Smith.
That one was blocked.
What this shows us is that the commission might have knew what he was talking about when he said no, that Munguia wasn't ready for a Triple G. Because getting caught with shots like this may have ruined his career early had he taken the Triple G fight.
Well, I think that decision was valid on a simple basis. Munguia's a 154-pound fighter. He hasn't yet appeared at middleweight. And to have your first middleweight appearance against Golovkin at age 21, I totally agree with the Nevada State Athletic Commission on that decision. August 4, World Championship Boxing returns with a light heavyweight doubleheader featuring 2 title fights. First, Dmitry Bivol defends his belt against Isaac Chilemba. Then the Crusher, Sergey Kovalev, defends his portion of the title against Eliezer Alvarez. Everybody knows who the Crusher, Sergey Kovalev, is. If you haven't seen Dmitry Bivol, be sure you catch the first fight in that doubleheader.
Jab first, jab first. We'll use the jab first. It's easy. You be first, use the jab.
Here you see Beefy throw uppercut that Munguia blocked to set up the overhand right. but the overhand right landed too close. It didn't land at the end of it. So, and you saw Munguia's face kind of looking off like Max said. Then you see Munguia land a good overhand right around the glove of Beefy, and I think Munguia thought that hurt Beefy, so he put pressure on after that.
Might have been a little bit too extended to land with maximum power.
Look, we all have our ideas of who's the bigger puncher coming into a fight. And boxing scoring is subjective because let's say one guy has the bigger punch but the lesser chin. Who's to say the other guy's punch isn't hurting him worse than he's hurting the other guy, even if he's landing harder. But the point is, whatever your expectations are, Smith is landing the better shots.
And he's not here to give up nothing, Max. He's trying to win this fight.
So, oftentimes I think there's a tendency to see, oh, the guy whose reputation is as a puncher, he lands a shot, give him extra credit. It must be a big one. Not that I've seen. I've seen the big shots landed by Liam Smith.
Well, and it's the quality of the shots that's the issue right now because the CompuBox numbers are virtually even. They're landing about the same number. They're landing at about the same rate. They're throwing about the same number. Harold Letterman gave the second round.
Oh,
yeah.
Cleaned him up with a left hook.
Yes, he did.
Jaime standing up straight, got caught.
Hands free. Stop.
Jaime now with a mouse on his left eye, being taken to school a bit here by the veteran.
You know, those long arms, it takes Jaime a little bit to unload the punch, deliver the arc, and he's going to have to learn how to be a little bit quicker, I think, in the future when he's trading shots with somebody, and he likes to trade. He wants to trade.
Well, a lot of this comes from being so offensive early in your career, you don't learn much defense. And right now he's showing you that he was a very offensive fighter early, but he hasn't worked on much defense right now.
Let me tell you something. This fight has the look of a fight where a more experienced veteran takes advantage of the kind of overconfident offensive prospect, in this case a belt holder. Today in boxing they can be the same thing, and stops him eventually. I mean, Munguia does have fight-ending power, but he's getting hit with the kind of head-snapping shots consistently and increasingly that portend a knockout.
Can you think of an instructive example?
There have been so many.
Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas?
Or how about Costa Zoo against Vince Phillips?
Yep. Phillips was a monster one-punch puncher.
Oh, good shot.
Good boxer puncher.
Good left hook by Liam Smith. He smiles at Munguia.
Let him go. Let him
Smith likes the success he's having early here against the Mexican protege.
And he has every right to, Jim, because he's
prodigy.
doing a very good job right now. Oh, that hurt.
Uppercut by Munguia. Munguia maybe a little oversighted, maybe a little full of himself. Getting some lessons early on from Liam Smith. Smith grinning again as he walks back to the corner. Munguia's grandmother seated at ringside, still cheering for her grandson.
Get your distance from the outside. Come on, but you have to take advantage of it. You're bringing your head down, and he's catching you, dude. Jab, jabs. Jab and go back. Jab and go back. Come on. Take him to the ropes, and then you put that right to the body. Don't jump so much. You're jumping too much. Settle it. And turn him also. Turn him.
Here you see a veteran male, an adult man asserting his manhood. See the elbow right there, Jim? And it's followed by a beautiful left hook to the chin. Boom, that was a very good combination, but that's what a man does when he's in a fight against a kid who's a much bigger puncher. You have to do other things to offset that punching power.
In round 3, Liam Smith landed a fight-high 7 jabs and 42% of his power shots. And again, a little bit of a boxing lesson going on here. Against Saddam Ali, we saw no uncertainty whatsoever from Munguia, but he did not have the same look between rounds that we've seen from him in the past. Harold Letterman, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim. I got a 2-1, 29-28, Jaime Munguia. You know, Jim, I thought Jaime Munguia lost the first round. Clearly, I thought Liam Smith won that. But the next 2 rounds, I thought Jaime Munguia outpunched him. So I got a 2-1, Jaime Munguia.
And Max, I think you're going to disagree.
I think Munguia's lost every round. So, but I think he has landed some shots, and again, he comes in with a reputation as the puncher, and you can see why now.
Munguia lands the left hook. Smith begins to back off. Munguia was looking to deliver the right hand, didn't get an opportunity to do so.
Munguia just thinking if he can land that clean body shot that Canelo landed, he can end the fight. And that's what he's really looking for. See that? And
suddenly Smith is starting to keep his hands at home a little more.
Of course, because he doesn't want to get caught by that body shot, nor that right uppercut that Munguia is throwing. Either one of those could end the fight.
Get your head up. Get your head up.
Hard body shot by Munguia.
Beef is really making a good fight out of this fight. He's making Munguia have to grow up here, Jim.
I think he's robbed a little bit of confidence from Munguia, but I think it's beginning to come back gradually here in round number 4. Smith hasn't landed those hard right hands here in the 4th round.
Oh, he hasn't.
Stop. Let go. Watch out. Watch your head.
Munguia did a pretty good job of getting away from that right hand after landing a jab.
Good
now Smith
shot.
with a hard body shot.
Yeah.
Drives Munguia back.
Oh, good right
And
hand.
there's the right hand. Landing again for Smith. Not finished with it yet. Left uppercut by Munguia. Double left hand for Munguia. Power starting to set in.
Yes.
Stop. Let go. Let go.
Munguia coming on.
That was a much better round for Jaime Munguia. And as he begins to make more impact, Smith begins to feel it a good deal more.
Straight right hand under that left elbow there. Felt that, okay? Yeah? But just be careful, Liam, when you're coming in teeing off the other one. When you came in down here then, your left hand was low. You was trying to chop down the right hand. And you know, if you come in this side, keep the left hand up, son, yeah? All right, okay? And don't forget the straight arrows. He's looking for everything round the sides. Stabs down, right hand body, then come up to the jab to the head, okay?
You got to turn him. You got to take him to the ropes and look for him there. Attack him 3-4 punches right there. And then the looping shot over the top. Take him to the ropes and slow.
Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Among many things to like about it, it is the closest to the Las Vegas airport of any of the major resorts here in town. Barely a hop, skip, and a jump from the airport, and you're ready to go.
That was an important round for Munguia because he had to show Liam Smith, the veteran, who's considered good but not special. Hey, I got a little more than just your average guy.
Left hook to the body, left hook upstairs. The double left hands are starting to make a dent for Munguia.
And the question now,
another left hook
for Smith, who's getting hit with bombs.
Yes, he is.
Explosive bombs, and Munguia says, come on, give me a chance here.
He's trying to find that body shot, Jim.
He tested Munguia early to see if he was real, and Munguia is showing him he is, and now it's on Smith to try to get the fight back under control rather than just to give in to the bulldozer.
And look at Munguia bouncing on his feet, looking like Oscar De La Hoya at his peak.
And there you see Smith trying to, backing up Munguia, trying to break his momentum.
See right here, Max, a veteran's supposed to know after Munguia threw all those punches, you have to attack his body. Now is the time to attack his body. He's put out a lot of punches, he's got to recover. And right now he's letting him recover because he's not attacking Munguia's body.
Crowd is excited, they are chanting for Jaime Munguia.
Do you think he's too scared of the counter upstairs?
No, he's not, but he has to. You have to go to his body now. This is your only chance. If you let him recover, that's what's going to happen. So you let him recover, he's going to come back even stronger.
Yeah, there were a couple of Munguia hooks in those flurries, though, that may have convinced Liam Smith maybe keep my hands a little closer to home.
In the 4th round, Smith got a little conservative, allowed Munguia to get his confidence back, and now we're headed in a different direction as we go through round 5.
Munguia has long looping punches, but he can also throw a very short, devastating left hook.
All of this could change with one big counter shot from Smith, and Munguia gives you the opportunity with that, the way he tries to throw big with so many shots, Roy.
I don't think Smith can hurt Munguia. I honestly don't. Munguia's a cruiserweight right now. I don't think he can hurt him. That was a good shot, and that didn't hurt him. Yep. That was another good shot, and those didn't hurt him.
That, I'll tell you what, that right hand barely missed. It may have.
Oh, that's a hard right hand by Munguia, and he follows with a body shot to the left.
Yeah, to your point, Roy.
And another body shot right in the left hook upstairs.
Munguia doesn't have to land just right to hurt you.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. All it has to be is close, and it's good enough.
What did I used to say about George Foreman? He can knock you out with a glancing blow. Munguia has a little bit of that. We haven't seen knockouts with a glancing blow. That was thunder against Saddam Ali. That was another big round for Jaime Munguia.
Work, you've got to work, just like you worked there. Come on, keep going like that. Just the same. Keep going. Don't let him build. Put that pressure on. Pressure, pressure. If you don't put pressure, he's going to build. He's catching you with that right shot. When you're going in, he's catching you with the right shot. If you're not going to throw, don't go in. Don't go all the way in. 4 punches at least, dude.
Here's when you know it's trouble. When you see Munguia land this body shot right here, overhand right followed by a good body shot. Watch the elbow of Smith. Boom, see the elbow go back? That's evidence that he's hurt. Munguia saw this, and look what he does right now. He knows he hurt him, so he's going to attack him again. He saw that hand go back. He knows without a doubt that that body shot did some real damage. And look how Liam Smith is trying to protect those ribs.
He's so boyish in there, Roy. He's so clearly 21. The way he's shouting at Smith and bouncing up and down and giving everything the crowd wants in terms of energy and excitement. It leaves him endangered in certain ways, but you made the point in the last round, you don't think Smith can hurt him.
I don't think Smith can hurt him at all.
And this is another turning point in the fight, guys. This was going to happen at some point, Smith had to think.
That was a vicious body shot with the right hand.
Smith looked discouraged in the corner, like this guy's a little too big and strong. And the question is, has Munguia's power convinced Smith that he really doesn't have enough to beat Munguia?
Oh, good uppercut by Munguia.
Munguia saw what Canelo Alvarez did to Smith with body shots, and he's trying to duplicate it.
Without
he's trying to make the same point. Crowd chanting again. They love Jaime.
Good shot by Munguia. I mean, by Smith. Yeah,
that's the way to turn it around with a hard shot to the liver. And now he lands something upstairs. So there's a momentary rally.
Smith's right hand upstairs has been his best punch. The punch that you feel like maybe could hurt Munguia.
That body shot also might have hurt Munguia, though.
But those body shots by Munguia, you can hear them. It just sounds different.
Looks like Smith has made a decision to try to get closer, go inside, and be inside of Munguia's long arms. Not allow him to stretch out for the power.
Well, he's not doing like we saw in the first fight. What he's doing, he's saying, if I'm going to get hit, I may as well hit too. So get close enough so I can land mines while I'm taking his.
See there, that right hand upstairs again.
Well, he's shown that Munguia has a defensive weakness guarding against the right hand. And he lands an uppercut. And this would be a courageous rally if Smith could turn the fight back around in his favor after the punishment he took in the last 2 rounds. 44 seconds to go in round number 6.
Oh, good uppercut. Oh, that hurt.
Knocks Smith down.
Twisted his ankle on the way down.
Yep.
5, 6, 7. Perfect left hook, right on the button.
Good.
This is okay, I'm ready.
You're good.
First knockdown of the fight.
Max, I don't think he twisted his ankle. It's the thing I told you about him rolling his ankles over on the side. He did that same thing again. He does that during the fight. He does it between rounds. I don't understand. I've never seen a fighter do that before.
Right on the side of his foot.
Yes.
It's still hurting. Held on to Munguia to try to make it out of the round. Took some more big shots. Smith grinning big as he comes back to his corner and says, well, okay, I'm starting to see the reality of this now. That's the kind of excitement punchers generate.
Just shouted 2 seconds before I keep your right hand up. They're looking for the left hook. When you're standing in the ring, you're there, yeah. You're holding it there. No, it didn't.
It's it. It's it.
Right, listen. Go to it. Calm down, all right? Listen. Down that jab, all right? He's got to come. Counter. As he comes.
He said a hook high to the top of the head after his right hand. He blocked the right hand, rolled with it, and came with a hook high to the top of Liam Smith's head, and it made his legs do a dance. That's when you know a guy has real punching power. Once again, a shot that you don't expect to hit you. He wasn't expecting this hook to land. Boom, it caught him before he could get ready for it, and it made his legs do some tricky things.
Temple shot, right, Roy?
Yes, sir. Right on the temple.
And there's Grandma Carmella at ringside, reacting along with the rest of her crew. Smith able to block the right hand with his left glove. Let's quickly sneak to Harold Letterman to see how he has it through 6. Harold?
Okay, Jim, I got a 59-54, 5 rounds to 1, Jaime Munguia. Jim, I thought that Munguia gets an extra point for the knockdown in round 6. Other than that, they're all 10-9 rounds. But anyway, Munguia winning most of the early rounds. 59-54, 5 rounds to 1, Jaime Munguia.
Starting to see a little distance here in the CompuBox numbers. Munguia has now landed 20 punches more than Smith, thrown 50 more punches, landing in a slightly higher connect percentage, and a 45-21 edge in power shots in the last 2 rounds. So Jaime Munguia is beginning to find his footing after early difficulties against Liam Smith.
Now Jaime's fishing with that jab, trying to see what he can find.
It's inevitable that a 21-year-old fighter is going to have learning experiences along the way. If he wins this one and wins it the way he wants to, it will have been a good thing to have taken those difficult moments he endured in the early rounds. And Smith is just much more reluctant to let his hands go now.
Right, exactly. The question is, would Smith, when Munguia came back at him, if Smith had early success, how would he respond? And you just saw it. Munguia's punching powers discouraged him. Munguia missed with a wild right hand, was way off balance. And Smith was so concerned with getting away from the shot, he wasn't there to counter.
What Smith isn't doing now, though, Max, is he's not punching to the body. If he would punch to the body now, he may debilitate Munguia's body punch or Munguia's power shots.
Well, I think Munguia has won the body punching battle with sheer impact. He has hurt Smith to the body several times, and Smith doesn't want any more of that.
I think he's about to win the fight with pure impact.
Yep, that was a nice moment for Smith to land that right, because Russell Mora is getting more and more reason to consider the possibility that Liam Smith is out of this fight.
But Smith is throwing no body shots, Jim, and this is the time when body shots are most detrimental. You need body shots in a fight like this when you're both starting to tire.
But when you throw body shots, you risk getting countered to the head.
But he's getting countered to the head anyway, so what's the difference?
Right, and when you don't have the power to stop a guy upstairs, the body's your only chance anyway.
Exactly. Taking the shots upstairs anyway, so why not throw body shots?
Another good round, not a great one for Jaime Munguia.
But they're all fun
now
rounds
from the
to
7th
watch.
to the 8th. As the boxing world prepares for the September rematch between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin, HBO will be there every step of the way. August 28th kicks off the schedule with 24/7. September 5, My Show, The Fight Game, our own preview of the fight. Then September 15, it's the rematch we've all been waiting for, Canelo versus Triple G, only on HBO pay-per-view.
You gotta work, Jaime. You gotta work, Jaime. Take him to the ropes. Take him to the ropes and see off. Come on. Feint him, and then lateral movement as well. Put the headsoul on ice.
Nice and tight, all right, Jaime?
All right, we're going from round 7 to round 8. We mentioned that Canelo Alvarez finally got rid of Smith in the 9th round. And we mentioned that Munguia was outspoken in saying that part of his goal here tonight was to finish off Smith more rapidly than Canelo was able to do it. So this is a big round for Jaime Munguia, who wants to put his act together and score a knockout or get a stoppage against Liam Smith in this round.
But even if he does anyone believe that he would beat Canelo right now?
I don't think so, but it certainly would become a part of the discussion going forward. I mean, you could obviously say, hey, Canelo took a lot out of Liam Smith and made it easier for Munguia to do that.
I just think Canelo's skills are so fine and his experience is such at this point.
No question.
That Munguia is going to have to navigate some dangerous fights for him in order to get himself in the position to become a real big fight opponent for Canelo.
He needs to become a much better defender. No question about that. We saw that in the early rounds. There's no way I'm going to make an argument that he's ready for Canelo or Triple G at this particular moment.
But this has been a really fun fight to watch.
Yes, it has.
Now, we're told that 2 times now, Russell Mora has gone to Jaime Munguia's corner and warned that low blows are a problem and that he's going to be considering issuing a penalty if Munguia continues to hit Liam Smith low. So that could produce some caution for Munguia as he considers whether to keep throwing body shots that have hurt Liam Smith. It's harder to get knockouts when you're only throwing upstairs.
Yep, you're exactly right there, Jim. That's why I asked for the body shots last round.
From Munguia, too, when Munguia was having real success, he was really hammering the body.
Oh, phenomenal. Little left hook for Smith. Not a full power punch. Jab lands for Smith. Another left hook makes contact. Now here comes Munguia, slinging right over the top.
The problem Smith has is he looking for the one shot, Jim. If he looked for the third shot or the second shot, it would be better because Munguia wouldn't be ready for it. But when a fighter's ready for it, he takes it a lot better.
Munguia looks arm weary to me right now. I can't tell if he's just mixing the speed on his punches, but he's pushing out some shots upstairs.
Well, Munguia's never had a knockout past the 6th. So there you have it. He may in fact be arm weary. He may be leg weary too. And maybe never having had a knockout past the 6th and fighting his most experienced opponent. Oh! Good tackle by Liam Smith.
Give me your gloves.
Munguia's crooked punches seem to come in with more snap than his straight ones right now.
And the 8th round is finished. And it looks like Munguia may not get his wish. Producing that Canelo comparison.
It's a lovely round behind the jab lane. You jab you straight arrows, jab straight around to the body. Jab to the body is really good, all right? He wants to get here. He wants to tee up the uppercuts. He wants to swing him down. Just keep that little distance and that jab. And as he comes in, 1, 2, yeah? He's shooting these shots downstairs and the jab up, all right? He wants to get in and start touching and bringing it on strong. Keep that distance, all right, okay? Yeah? And watch for the big swings roll and come out under the side, okay?
He see Munguia putting the pressure on. He figured I couldn't catch him with a big shot, so I take him and DDT him right there. I'll get him down one way or the other.
I put some venom in your shots when you get that shot.
Stretched out his ankles again, Roy.
Power punches in round 8. Munguia landed 17, Smith landed 10. Wonder if after all this is over, Smith will regret having abandoned the jab in mid-fight. Once he stopped throwing jabs, it was no longer as easy to hit Munguia with right hands.
Yep, but Munguia started walking through that jab and start getting closer, so he had to abandon the jab.
Another hard body shot. Smith with a grin on his face, as if to say, yeah, okay, you got me.
Bad. Yeah, it hurt bad.
And Munguia, I don't know if he knows how bad he hurt him with a hook to the body.
He does.
He should go right back down there.
He knows.
This is quite an assault. This is a burst of energy like he didn't have in the preceding round.
But it's curious, Roy. He hurt him with a hook to the body and only threw one more body shot with the left hand.
Well, Smith is guarding his body really good, Max. That's where he keeps his elbows home. He knows that the guy knows from watching the Canelo fight that the body was weak on him. So he's not giving him many body shots.
Bottom line is Smith might be able to stay in the fight fighting this way, but he can't win it.
No,
he has to take a risk and throw some punches if he's going to have any chance to turn the fight around and maybe get rid of Munguia.
Time! Scissors! Got it! Right here.
And this is a break for Munguia, who gets a chance for a breather with still 1 minute and 24 seconds to go in the 9th round.
It's actually a break for both of them, Jim. Smith could use the break just as well. So it's a break for both of them.
You know, as to Smith defending his body, Roy, you made the point earlier in the show. Munguia doesn't have to hit you just right to hurt you. And even when he was deflecting, Smith was the left hook to the body, it was still hurting him.
Of course.
Smith got another one of his right hands, but increasingly he's proving your point, Roy, that he can't hurt Munguia. The guy who's been hurt in the fight is Liam Smith. Another hard body shot, and now Liam Smith looks at Mora as if to say that was a low blow. Mora says keep him up, but still issues no penalty. Left hook upstairs for Munguia. Right hand lands for Smith. Right hand lands for Munguia upstairs. 3 body shots. Another big shot upstairs. Driving Smith back. Swinging hard, looking for the KO. Shouting at him, grinning at him. Another hard body shot with the left hook. What a round for Jaime Munguia.
Look at Smith fight back, though.
Brilliant fight.
Look at Smith fight back.
Not the most technically pure fight, but both guys have shown heart and landed shots.
What a round, middle of the ring, slugging it out.
He doesn't get much better than this, dude.
A great 9th round, and they touch gloves as they go back to their corners.
Come on, you stop fainting the guy. Faint him, dude. Water. You gotta work him. You gotta work him. Work from the body. Work the body. Keep your punches up. One more.
You've got to kill the body, son. You've got to take the legs away from him, all right? Straight right hand to body. Right hook, right uppercut. Stabs, all right?
Here's a veteran move. Knock the right hand down like you're going to throw a hook to the head, but throw it to the body. What a veteran move by the young 21-year-old. Old veterans can't do that, Jim Lampley. Then you see Smith come back with a beautiful right hand over the top. Boom, and caught Munguia without being ready for it. He wasn't ready for that right hand to come.
Power punches in round 9, Roy Jones. Liam Smith landed 20 of 56. That's really good.
Yes, it is.
Munguia 43 out of 95 power shots in the 9th round. That's insane.
From a power puncher, and yet here's Liam Smith, fighting like hell.
And Harold, we've made it to the 10th. What's the score?
Okay, Jim, I got it 8 rounds to 1, 89-81, Jaime Munguia. You know, Jim, he's landing the cleaner, harder shots. After the first round, I thought he won every round because he's got more power. And they've been slugging it out, landing virtually the same amount of punches. But Jaime Munguia has just landed so much harder. Landed the clean, harder shots, doing more damage. 8 rounds to 1, Jaime Munguia.
Max, you thought Liam Smith won all 3 of the first 3 rounds.
Yep.
Do you think he's won a round since then?
Nope. Put up some good fight, but I don't think he's won a round. So I have it 6-3. I think this score is going to be academic.
Right here.
There is something, Roy, going on with Liam Smith's ankles. You brought it up early in the show.
He keep doing it. That's how he stretches his ankles. I don't understand what he's doing. Is it just a habit or what? But I've never seen somebody stretch their ankles like that. It's like they're double jointed.
Maybe he is double jointed. It is an odd move, no question.
The way Liam
Here we
Smith
go.
tries to keep Munguia off him when Munguia starts throwing that left hook to the body is countering with right hands upstairs. Not even countering, just answering with right hands upstairs. But it doesn't seem to stop Munguia from throwing the hook, so they just start slugging it out.
Yeah, and Roy made the point early, and we've come back to it a few times. Munguia eats that right hand and doesn't seem to mind all that much.
At all.
He ate a lot of them early when it looked like it might matter. That was before he started landing his stuff. And when he lands his stuff, good luck to you. Good luck to anyone.
A good body shot.
Oh, what a shot. And Smith keeps coming. Throws a combination even after that body shot.
Smith has the heart of a champion.
Munguia is full-on sloppy now. Not much care for defense at all. Ringing and swinging and, you know, rambunctious in there. Just wants to fight as hard as he can, see how much damage he can do. Willing to get hit, to land 3 in return. Boom. Left hand by Smith. Hard right hand by Smith. Best combination he's landed in a while.
Beefy had power. He could be a real issue right now.
Pushes Munguia back into a corner. A little bit of a comeback round for Liam Smith. Not sure he won it. Tune in Tuesday for the next Real Sports. Learn how Sean McVay, the reigning NFL Coach of the Year and the youngest NFL head coach in history, has helped transform the Los Angeles Rams into the league's highest scoring team. Max, what do you think of Sean McVay?
So far, so good. We got Wade Phillips there just for the veteran presence, but McVay has been a revelation.
Well, Wade Phillips is surely going to go down as one of the 3 or 4 greatest defensive coordinators of all time once his career is over, if it ever ends. One more look at the Hard Rock Cafe. Okay, I mentioned to you that it's the closest of the major resorts to the airport. Also, the only one, to my knowledge, with a circular bar in the middle of a circular casino. You come here and gamble in this casino, you cannot help but meet people. There's no way you're not going to meet people. You will make new friends in the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. It's the round 11 of the scheduled 12, and for Smith it appears that it's down to trying to finish the fight.
What Smith showed in the previous round is when he stepped inside of Munguia's looping punches, then the earmuff defense that Alcazar, Munguia's new trainer, scoffed at was actually effective. Smith was able to outwork him on the inside when he stepped inside of Munguia's range, much the way he did with Canelo in certain rounds.
Well, I mentioned how sloppy Munguia was getting in the last round. He got too sloppy, and he gave Smith too many chances to fire smart punches and counter inside and land. So there's got to be some discipline. There's got to be some structure. You can't just wing it all the way.
Good overhand right by Smith. Good body shot by Smith.
You know what kind of fights Munguia is going to make, though?
Thrilling.
Whether or not he ever gets to the elite level.
Left to the body, left to the body, left to the body. What kind of fights, Max?
The kind that you want to circle the date for and make sure you're in front of a TV for.
Bingo. Must-see TV.
No care in the world for defense.
Not at all, not at this point. You know, he agrees with you, Roy Jones. He believes that Liam Smith can't hurt him.
It is downshifting, though, coming into the fight, what he did against Saddam Ali, who's a small junior middleweight. You know, the question was, can he be elite? And after this fight so far, maybe the expectations have shifted a little bit. You just hear even in our conversation, to whether or not he's elite, boy, he's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, no question, and I'll make the point again. I don't think Saddam Ali had really a clue what it is that he was going in against. Obviously, Liam Smith knew the score.
And Liam Smith is Beefy Smith is a big, strong junior middleweight, and Saddam Ali's a small junior middleweight, really more of a welterweight.
And that right hand Beefy just landed was about as best of a right hand that he could land on Munguia, and it did nothing to him at all.
I think the best thing Munguia does is that left hook to the body, left hook upstairs combination. It's been virtually unstoppable for Liam Smith tonight.
Well, he throwing some pretty good uppercuts too, Jim.
If there's a surprising gap for Munguia tonight, it is that he hasn't landed a crushing right hand. He has not landed the big right hand the way surely he wanted to. We're at the Hard Rock Casino Hotel in Las Vegas and getting ready for the 12th round between the much celebrated Jaime Munguia and Liam Smith of Great Britain. Smith had his moments in the early rounds. Max Kellerman, in fact, thought that he won the first three, although Harold Letterman only thought that he won one round. But since that time, it's been a showcase for the potential, not yet the fulfilled potential,
You see Beefy
of Munguia.
slipped the right hand, he threw a right hand, rolled a hook, thought he was out of trouble, and bang, there come another right hand back, followed by boom, another left hook. So no matter what he does, he just can't seem to get away from Jaime Munguia, no matter how hard he tries.
12th round, Munguia with a grin and a hug for Liam Smith. Mutual respect. Straight right hand drives Smith back.
Oh, good body shot by Smith.
That's the way to finish the fight.
And a good uppercut by Smith.
It's interesting when you talk about power punchers, you're always thinking in terms of, okay, a power puncher is going to score a knockout. It looks more and more here as though Jaime Munguia is going to win this fight, but without a knockout. But at the end of the day, I would say if in fact that's the case and he wins the fight without scoring a knockout, he still will have won it because of his power. It's the difference between his power and Smith's power that has made the fight what it is.
And I think actually, I think that's a good point, but I think more importantly, when you have a big looping power punching kid, the question is how does he react to a grueling 12-round fight? And he has not let up.
Never.
And that is at least as important as his punching power.
And Beefy giving it all that he has.
No, stop.
Beefy gave us more than we bargained for tonight.
I think Liam Smith has put up a great effort tonight.
Yes,
regardless of how lopsided are the final scores.
When you have a big, looping, power-punching young kid, when he can continue to throw those shots throughout the 12 rounds against an opponent who's not scared of him, who's hitting him back, he's showing you something that sometimes these prospects never wind up
showing. And he
showing.
honors his Mexican heritage by never forgetting to go to the body.
Never,
he keeps
ever.
coming back. Left hook to the body. Left hook to the body. Left hook to the body. I dined in a restaurant last night right next to Julio Cesar Chavez. Chavez is one of the heroes for Jaime Munguia, and you know if you ever watch Chavez fight, left hook to the body, left hook to the body. That's the Mexican tradition.
I tell you what, next time either one of these guys' names show up somewhere on a schedule, you better believe I'm gonna pay attention to my television.
10 seconds to go. Munguia is still firing as hard as he has from the very beginning. And Smith coming back with one final right hand in the last second of the fight just to put his imprint on what went down here.
He may not have won it, but he landed the last punch.
That's right.
Hell of a scrap.
Yes,
Hell of a
sir.
scrap.
Middleweight, junior middleweight scrap.
And we keep talking about Munguia being a Mexican, the kind of scrap that could have taken place on the streets of Liverpool.
You better believe it.
Smith trying to get up on the ropes, and it looks like that left ankle won't quite go. Munguia's up there. That was fascinating.
What a
Liam
fight.
Smith put the right foot up on the ropes and started to try to climb up, and that left ankle that you talked about all night, Roy, wouldn't go up. Harold gave every succeeding round after the first to Jaime Munguia. I have a hunch that the other scores we'll hear might be a little bit more varied than that. I made the point all night long that Max Kellerman was in disagreement early, thought that Liam Smith had won all of the first 3 rounds, but it was clear by the middle portions of the fight that Munguia's power was the big difference between the two and was likely to separate him from Liam Smith as the fight went on.
And he kept the attack up all night, Jim. He stayed to the body. He was very disciplined in his attack. Kept the Mexican attack, head, body, like you're supposed to do. And he never gave Liam Smith a chance to recover or to regain any strength that he lost.
And if it was in any way difficult to score the fight, you note that there are 2 relatively inexperienced judges at the championship level, while veteran Dave Moretti is here to anchor the crew. All right, Michael Buffer is coming to the ropes in front of us, so let's go to him for the final scores on this fight.
Here at the Hard Rock, after 12 rounds, we go to the score totals. Tim Cheatham has it 116-111. Dave Moretti, 119 to 110. Eric Cheek, 119 to 108. All to the winner by unanimous decision. Still undefeated, still the WBO super heavyweight champion of the world, Jaime Munguia.
So despite some rough patches along the way and some significant education in the early rounds, 21-year-old Jaime Munguia stays unbeaten and rolls to a unanimous decision victory, becoming the 2nd man ever to beat Liam Smith, joining Canelo Alvarez with that particular distinction. Final CompuBox numbers. And you'll see that ultimately he landed 79 more punches than Liam Smith. He threw 135 more punches than Liam Smith. He landed, despite his wild style as opposed to Smith's more precise style, at a higher connect percentage. He landed 206 punches to the head and 71 to the body. Liam Smith only landed 8 body punches all night, and that was a deficiency that Roy Jones pointed out. And we speculated as to what the reason might be, but the bottom line was that Smith just wasn't really willing to risk going to the body after a while. Power shots, and you see that Munguia landed at a 41% connect percentage in power punches, and that matches, by the way, his career percentage. In all the fights he had coming in, the overall connect percentage with power punches was 41%, and he was 9% better than Liam Smith, and Max Kellerman stands by with the winner.
Congratulations, Jaime. That was a fun fight to watch. How do you think you did?
Muy bien, la verdad me tocó un rival muy fuerte, pero lo que más me gustó es que le di espectáculo a mi público.
Very well, I think I did very well. It was a tough fight, but truthfully I gave a show to my public.
I see you messing, gripping your left hand. Is there something wrong with your left hand or wrist?
Un poquito, pero no pasa nada.
Just a little bit, but nothing, no big deal.
Coming into the fight, you mentioned that Canelo stopped him in 9 rounds. You wanted to beat that. Stop him in 8. You were going to come out in the first round and try and knock him out. You wound up going the distance. Why weren't you able to knock him out?
No, pues la verdad es un rival muy fuerte, lo conecté muchos golpes y no se caía, pero como yo lo dije, yo voy a buscar el knockout. En caso que no se dé, vengo preparado para los 12 rounds, creo que lo mostré, pues me mostré a valiente como estilo mexicano.
He's a tough opponent, and I was always looking for the knockout, but he's a tough opponent. But I'm always looking for it. And obviously, I went to get the knockout, and I always put my heart in like a true Mexican.
In another way, a lot of young, good fighters who can punch. We saw it with you already. We know you can punch. What we didn't know is, could you go 12 hard, fast rounds and still be there at the end, throwing the same kind of punches at the end? We did see that tonight from you. Did you know you could do that? Did you prove something to yourself tonight?
Sí, claro que sí, yo sabía que lo podía hacer. En el gimnasio trabajamos alrededor de 12, 13 rounds de sparring, entonces yo venía listo para los 12 rounds. Y pues lo que pasó, pasó. En el boxeo no hay excusas, me fui a decisión, creo que me sirve de experiencia y pues ni modo, no pasa nada.
Yes, no doubt. We worked on it in the ring, in the gym. We did 12, 13 rounds, no doubt. And this, we went to the decision, no problem. We went the distance, but it's a learning experience. There's no excuses, there's nothing wrong with this.
Where do you think you are at junior middleweight? Are you ready for anyone? Do you still have to develop before you take on the very best kind of elite fighters in the world?
Sí, claro que sí, creo que soy joven. Tengo 21 años, creo que en esta pelea fallé muchas cosas. Como ya lo dije, me tocó un rival de bastante experiencia, me sacó lo verde, lo acepto, pero para la siguiente me voy a preparar mejor para brindarle otro gran espectáculo al público.
You know, yes, I am a little green, no doubt. I am a little green, but this surfer has a lot of experience, and I have a tough opponent. But no doubt, I am a little green, but this is experience that'll help me for the next rival.
I mean, congratulations on a terrific fight. Can't wait to watch you again.
Muchas gracias, que viva México y que viva Tijuana.
Liam, quickly, game, good fight, entertaining the whole way. You were there at the end looking like you were trying to knock him out. But the question tonight is, you fought Canelo, you've now fought Jaime Munguia. What do you think?
Comparing them both. I don't want to do that because it ruins Jaime's performance tonight. It's his night tonight, so I don't want to really downgrade him now and say Canelo's a better fighter, but you know, he's a good fighter. I think he's probably answered a lot of questions for you watching who's on the Jaime Munguia, Jaime Munguia today, and I think he's answered a few questions.
He certainly did against a good, experienced, and world-class fighter like you who was in the fight trying to win the whole time. Can you tell us quickly about his punching power?
Again, that's what I mean. I just said I said to my coach, and I don't want to disrespect him, but Canelo hits harder and at super welterweight, but you know, he's young. He's going to probably get more explosive. He's 21 years of age, so he's a good fighter, and he'll probably only get better and better.
Liam, you always bring it every time we see you. Thanks for an excellent fight. Jim?
All right.